Llama.
Yes.
Let's start with what do you remember from the last 6 months?
Not a whole lot.
What's the first thing you remember?
I really don't. I can't answer that. I don't really have, I haven't nailed in what those first memories are. I went and had my follow-up angiogram with Dr. Taleb last week, and being taken around Desert Sam Hospital or Banner Desert Hospital, and just walking in, and then when they took me into the room for it, that all looked very familiar, so I felt like I'd been there before. And Dr. Taleb, obviously I know him and things like that, but there's not really a whole lot other than the rehab facility I remember pretty well, the Encompass facility, because that's where I came home from, and the therapy and stuff like that I've done since then. But the whole incident up until about 2 weeks before I left Encompass is still kind of not there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Let's see. What has been the hardest part about recovery that you remember so far?
I did physical therapy and occupational therapy, and there were some difficult things with that just because it's, a lot of exercising and stuff like that I wasn't used to anyway. And occupational therapy, it was a lot of doing things while I'm multitasking, and they had me use both of my hands instead of my dominant hand for catching balls and things like that, which was just totally weird. So that was a bit odd. I've graduated from both of those and doing continuing exercises at home for those, but I'm still doing speech therapy, which is really just cognitive therapy for the brain and stuff. And I've technically graduated with the minimum I need to from that too, but I'm really struggling still with some memory and attention issues and word finding and stuff like that. So that's what we're working on. That's what they're working on with me right now.
So physically, you're basically 100%.
Almost.
Yeah.
I still have some weakness in my shoulder. It drops if I'm sitting for too long. Went to the temple today and it happened.
Mm-hmm.
It happens in church sometimes. Watching a movie, it just kind of just drops. So there's that, and so I still feel that weakness, even gripping, opening jars, and there's still some weakness there, and I ain't gonna be running any marathons anytime soon, but I wasn't gonna do that even before. but Eric and I did go grocery shopping last week, and I was so sore when we got home. My back and my feet and legs we weren't out too terribly long, but it was I overdid it, and it felt like I overdid it. So I wouldn't say I'm back 100% yet.
Right.
So.
Okay. Fair enough. What do you think has been the weirdest part about this whole process as you've been recovering?
How everybody just assumes that I remember things when I don't, and they start talking to me. Do you remember this? Nope, sure don't. Sorry.
You mean while you were recovering, or even before you even had your aneurysm?
It's some of the stuff from before I even had the aneurysm, leading right up to it, and
stuff Christmas presents or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember any. I don't remember any of that stuff really. Christmas.
Do you know what the last memory you had is? Okay.
I don't know that either. Yeah, Eric tells me I was in a meeting, a work meeting here at home when it happened, and if I could see my work calendar, I could probably figure out which meeting that was, and I might have some memories from that. But I'm not logging into my work laptop because I'm still on long-term leave, and I don't want to give them any reason to send me back early.
They're like, oh, she's back to work. Let's go.
No thanks. Yeah, I'm still recovering. So
cool. Is there anything else that you're you want to let people know that have been concerned about you or want an update on you or anything like that? That's just interesting stuff.
Excuse me. It's all been just kind of a blur. I do get bored here at home by myself, and I love Mia, but when she sleeps until noon, and so
it's great when she's awake.
Yeah, Eric's been working half days, but even he doesn't get off until 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm getting up at 6 in the morning. So even Mia sleeping until noon, I'm basically alone, for most of the day, most of the time, and stuff like that. So whether it's phone calls or emails or stuff like that. If visits, if anybody wants to come visit or whatever, it's like, I'm up for it. Just contact me.
Or have any other like self-entertaining things that they know of?
I've got a list of movies to watch that I went through Vudu, and the ones that I hadn't seen in a while, I put them on a list. And
you're sick of jigsaw puzzles?
I am sick of jigsaw puzzles. I've got probably 8 or 9 or more in there that we finished and stuff like that. And so I'm sick of the physical puzzles. And things like that. I still do, I have some brain training apps for my cognitive therapy that I do every day, and so I'm still doing those. I do digital jigsaw puzzles on my iPad and stuff like that, just to keep up with that kind of stuff. But yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well then, it is June 12th, right?
Yes.
And yeah, see, even you knew that faster than I did. So, yeah, June 12th, 2024, just over 6 months since your injury, or just under 6?
Just under.
Just under 6 months since your injury. So yeah.